We are back for some more Soviet Union Hearts of Iron co-op. When we last left, we went sicko mode on the Axis powers, finished off Japan and Germany, and now we're preparing to go sicko mode on the Allies for all they've done,
Dude, they stole
or really
Denmark
haven't
from us.
done. Yeah, exactly.
No, they have done stuff. They stole Denmark from us. That is rightful Soviet territory.
Well, I was thinking how they just totally didn't give us enough M3 Lees. It's just
Oh,
unforgivable,
unforgivable.
frankly.
Those capitalist scumbags.
Yeah, the capitalist dogs. We're going to show them a thing or two, because we've seen a thing or two. So really all we're waiting for before we go to war with them is a couple things. First off, for a couple paratrooper divisions to train to full efficiency. That's one thing that's on the docket. For our supply bridgeheads to build, that's another thing. And then, like, us to do the focus that gives us a war goal, I guess. And that's it.
Honestly, yeah. Just getting a few units trained and put in place, but yeah, really, other than that, nothing else.
We could do liberation of the European proletariat to get the focus. That could work. But to get there, we would need to do 70, 105, and 175 days worth of focuses. So I don't know if that's worth it rather than just manually justifying.
How long would it take to manually justify?
For France, for instance, it would take 125 days, so it would be 50 days sooner.
Would they be getting units in place that whole time?
I mean, either way they would. They would get 70 days in option A, or they'd get 125 days in option B.
Okay, yeah, fair
So,
enough.
what do you think? I'll let you choose.
I'd say shorter, the shorter of the two. Do we
Alright,
get
so
any
should we start
bonuses?
right away then?
Let me see where I'm at in supply deficit for Amtrak's. Uh, yeah, go for it.
Okay. We'll go ahead and start justifying on France because they're the biggest offender of all.
They are.
And the war goal can be Alsace-Lorraine proper, and it's funny.
That is wonderful.
So if you're curious how we've set up our armies, it's pretty much in accordance with who's in the Allies and who isn't. So anyone who's in the Allies that we know, we've put an army on the border with. Anyone who could potentially join the Allies, we've done the same. So Iran, Turkey, Afghanistan, Greece, Yugoslavia, the various German minor countries, and Switzerland, we all have a border with. Oh, we should probably consider doing Sweden too, but I'm lazy. I figure by the time we get to that point, our puppets will have trained more troops, of whom we've borrowed
Yeah,
heavily from.
I don't think it's going to matter that much by the time we get there.
Uh-huh, exactly. We've got green in pretty much every field. We're missing some tanks, but that's because I'm training another army. We've got 12 tank divisions. We're going to have 24 paratroopers. We have a bunch of marines. It's really going to be a good time, I'd say.
I mean, don't you remember the stories of the Soviet Marines storming Denmark?
Um, I, I was about to say yes until you said the second part of that sentence. There there are a bunch of stories of Soviet naval infantry being useful in the Great Patriotic War, though, where like they would leave signs saying this terrain taken by Soviet Marines.
Was it just that they were not able to fulfill their normal roles as
Well, yeah, the ships
naval
were stuck
infantry?
in the docks basically, and they're naval infantry, so they couldn't really perform. There wasn't really too many opportunities to perform naval invasions, so they just got pressed into service roles on the ground because the Soviets needed always more troops.
God, that's funny to me that just that they would use so many of their. I guess you have to.
Hmm.
Was there
Well, their
was
goal,
the
keep in mind, we have a standing army right now of 3.76 million. Their goal in, I think, 1942 or some shit was to have 6 million in service at all times.
whew,
Yeah,
yeah, that would be well, so double what we have.
exactly. So they need to get that from somewhere, and that's no easy feat.
No.
So the current plan is to secure Italy probably first before we do anything else, and then once we've secured Italy, we can attack France through the south. This is my plan, I guess. I'll put it that way. Zombie, why don't you tell them about what you're going to be doing for the first initial
Um,
part of the plan?
right now, my plan is to take over Denmark, and after I take over Denmark, I'll probably swing south into the Netherlands and Belgium. I might use our fleet to try and death stack somewhere in the Northern Sea, so that way we can take out the British, maybe take over Oceania. But we'll have to see how it goes.
Um, I do have to say we are going to need an army on the border here because they will just attack into Germany.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if you want to use your Marine Commandos or
Oh, you
some of
don't
your
want to
just
use commandos.
homies, but we're definitely going to
Uh,
need someone on it.
here. Put these guys. I'll put my mountaineers. There's not many of them, but there will be some there.
As far as air deployment goes, we put pretty much all of our bombers and fighters into Germany because they can operate from there. It's quite a few, so it should be fine. We've got a bunch training back home as well, and like I can just add these to the front line now. Yeah, so 800 tactical bombers and 1,600 more fighters ready to go.
Nice.
Yeah. So now it does seem like a lot of planes, mind you. However, there is the slight issue that Britain has between 14,000 and 25,000 planes, and America has a bit less than that. So we're
Just
definitely fighting an uphill air battle right now.
hopefully our superior intelligence will help us out.
Yeah, with our 6,000 IQ.
Looks like we're getting the. How much did you say you think they had?
Somewhere probably between 30 and 45,000.
It looks like they. Now that we've got a bit more intelligence, that count is down to 11 to 21,000,
Oh, okay. I see.
which is good.
Good to know. They're probably going to run out of manpower before they run out of planes, is my guess. Because if you look right now, Britain only has between 195,000 and 300,000, and they're on service by requirement. Whereas right now, we're on extensive conscription, and we still have 3.21 million just chilling. America is a bigger issue, considering that they have over 1 million manpower left in the pool, and they're also on extensive conscription. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Free Tibet with one purchase of another Tibet of equal value, it looks like.
Who would have thunk?
Huh. Manchu operative captured. Okay. There's an Italian army in Manchuria. I'm noticing. Do you see this?
I I do not, but let me go check.
I don't think they can leave.
Oh, that's
Something
amazing.
tells me, yeah.
Oh yeah, and they're in the Allies.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow. Um, the Army, Navy, and Air Force of Italy are looking pretty good for their national spirits. They've pretty much done all the focuses. Okay, well we have some downtime before the war starts. I figure I might as well ask you a question if I have
Let's
any.
do it.
Let's see. I think I asked you your top 3 games last time, so I think now is a good time to say what your bottom 3 games are.
Oh,
What are the
that's
worst games you've ever played?
the original release of the EA version of Star Wars Battlefront 2.
With the loot boxes and all that?
Dude, that was so bad. Like I pre-ordered it, and then the next day
Oh,
they came out with the of course famous statement on Reddit of we're doing this for the satisfaction the pride and joy of our customer base, and it's wholly represent whatever they fucking said, but just ah oh, that was so disappointing. And of course, as I've heard that the game got better as time went on, but like, what the fuck, dude?
Hmm.
Uh,
It still doesn't hold
then
a candle to the original Battlefront 2 in my mind, but
literally, like, they made it on a frickin' PS2. How hard could it be to make a good game? Uh,
and fun fact, 10 months is how long it took to make the original Battlefront 2.
dude, like, I get it. It wasn't like the most polished or like the most perfect game, but like, it didn't need to be.
Hmm.
It was amazing. Oh, okay. Let's see. What's another one? Fuck. That's hard because I don't think about them a lot. Like you don't really think about your games. All right, you mentioned one, so I can try and figure out.
I think for it comes to mind rather easily. I really hate Daisy.
I've never
I've
played that.
spent entirely too much time on that game, probably like 160 hours or something, because I had a friend group who were obsessed with it, and 90% of it boils down to I'm running in a grassy field hoping that something happens. And then you split everything else in the other 10%. And usually it's like the gunplay is so bad that it runs like 10, 20 FPS because it's made terribly. It's not optimized at all, and you're constantly like eating food and water, trying not to starve to death, despite the fact you've only been running for 20 minutes. Like it's a tough one, dude.
That is like, huh?
It's the epitome of we've gone too far with our realism, in my mind.
Oh yeah, that would. Yeah, that is too realistic, but like just too far.
I think arcade has its place, and it helps make games really fun when it's used in the right moderation. Like, despite War Thunder being called realistic, the mode I play on, I enjoy the arcade aspects of it. Like, you don't have to spend 40 minutes, or you don't have to spend 2 weeks repairing a gun barrel, for example.
You don't have to wait for your if you're in a tiger, you don't have to wait for them to send out a crew from the factory.
Yeah, exactly. Or the transmission doesn't break on the way to the battlefield.
Just simple shit like that. Like I get that that would be interesting to play that kind of a game, but like I'm okay not.
Yeah, yeah. Leave that to the veterans and their stories. Like I don't want to get crushed to death because like my shit didn't work right, and I couldn't escape through the fire hatch, for example.
Like it would be cool to see them model that in like maybe an April Fools or like a special event. Like to some extent, but still to the point of like it is still a game. It's not like you're waiting for that, but like, oh, your tracks actually you have to do like some Among Us mini game to like repair your track,
That
or something like that. Uh, I don't know. That
was
way,
one
so
of the
there's
few flavor of the month games I really enjoyed. Was Among Us. I was definitely into that one when it came out.
I think you actually played it with my girlfriend, if I remember. You, me, and my girlfriend, we all played it together a couple years ago.
Did we?
I I think so. I think you and I were intoxicated. I don't remember for a fact though. I
It
thought it
might
was
be
with.
someone else because I don't drink, so that could be a hint.
Oh no!
If you
But
mean that kind of intoxicated, but if you
not that
don't,
kind
then
of the
otherwise, perhaps that is true.
the stony baloney kind.
Okay, gotcha. The devil's lettuce, which is
Yes,
legal
yeah.
in the state that we live.
Legal and for the adults that we were and are right now
Yes,
currently.
correct.
um, but yeah, no, that was. Uh,
All right, restoration and development is off, so we are no longer at the mercy of our chungus.
Alrighty.
Oh, we can return states to the Polish. Yeah, fucking right. That's
Yeah,
funny.
no.
That was
Not after I
really funny.
built my two missile sites.
Oh, that's hilarious, game. You think we're gonna return states to the Polish? All right, so after Smersh is done, I take it we probably want like what do we want? That's a good question. Stalin's cult of personality. That could be funny.
Ah. Oh, don't delete that
Oh,
army.
experts in camouflage would probably be helpful actually, because we're gonna be bombed a lot. I have a feeling.
That would be very helpful. I don't know if you want, but there are more submarines.
The I'm not. I'm cool. Don't. You can handle the sub chubs.
How do you, I guess, how do you make your 10, your things of 10, your fleets of 10?
Oh, you want to know the presets?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have it clicked onto the fleet? Like you have these 10
Uh,
right here.
hang on just a sec. We just got nuclear reactor. Let's
Yeah,
pause
I'll
real quick.
spam build those. Basically, go to your fleet with any submarines in it, and then there's a blue button with ships on it, and that'll bring up the Naval Task Force presets. And you just click sub chub and accept, and it'll automatically assign it to that. So, yeah, basically that.
Is that select ships to transfer? I see create new task force. Oh, open task force composition editor.
And then sub chub is the one I have it named after. Pretty simple to remember.
Oh, yeah.
I just do that for peace of mind because I don't like manually reinforcing my submarines, or really any task force for that matter. Unless I'm playing as like Italy, where every ship matters like a motherfucker. For the surface fleet, that is.
Yeah.
That's probably enough nuclear reactors. I built like 50 of them. But we'll see. Oh, we can lower the autonomy of a subject? Yeah, Germany can be an integrated puppet. That's fine. Oh, and we have that extra spy coming in a couple days for when you're ready for it.
Oh, nice.
And then, are those paratroopers ready? I mean, they're pretty much ready, so I'll just deploy them. Yeah, if you're
Nice.
curious why I'm controlling the paratroopers this time, Zombie has so graciously relinquished command of those to me. And then I have relinquished command of a tank army to him.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going both ways here.
And then, of course, if you want anything from the Navy, of course, you just say the word.
Yeah, exactly. I'll probably just let you know I need their support, like MacArthur would. Where he
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
actually
that would.
control them, but he pretends like he does. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and... I'm pausing to make the Paradrop invasion plan. One thing I don't recommend doing if you find yourself using paratroopers, try to avoid landing on naval bases because people garrison naval bases much more commonly than they do interior areas.
And I mean, if you don't, more power to you, but, like, why?
Yeah, you're just begging for a naval invasion and they're just going to land their army. It's going to be a real fucking mess. Unless you're trying to kill their troops, which I guess, good on you. You're allowed to do that. Some targets that I like to take when I'm doing paradropping: river bridgeheads, so making sure you have both sides of a river is pretty important. Cities, supply dumps especially. That's like the number one thing. If you can secure the supply areas, then you can usually punk the troops on the front line because they'll just be starved of supplies and they won't be able to do too much. Sometimes tough terrain also isn't a bad idea. So like I've
No,
landed in forests around an area, and that's enough to like disturb them enough that you can actually get some chungus with that. I think that's good. It's a pretty comprehensive North Italy drop. But now that I've done that, it did make me realize that perhaps it would be smart to have 24 divisions of troops just waiting in case I need them. So I'm
I
going
would
to
say
train
24
those.
to 48.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of, the Germans decided to give us just some random soldiers. And don't be afraid to steal troops from your allies or your puppets, specifically your puppets, because that's what they're there for, is for you to take them. Like, letting them fight on their own is fun and all, but might as well put the superior person in charge, is all I'm saying.
Let your brain work.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the tactical bombers in Schleswig, and then I'm gonna keep the other half over here.
Sounds like a
Oh,
plan.
they're already deployed over there, so I'll give you half of these. So you're gonna have 1,300. I'll have 1,200 to start, and that's a pretty good amount. You can blow up a lot of shit with that many bombers.
And where are you putting those guys again, real fast?
Schleswig, so
Nice.
yeah, pretty much right on top of the front. Oh, are we we're researching nuclear bombs, right?
I sure hope so.
Okay, let me start that. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna get to it in time, but it couldn't hurt to have it in case we would have. Let's see,
It
how are
would
we
not
looking
hurt.
on the war goal? We are 78 out of 125 days. We're getting pretty close. It's going to be the 17th of December is when war happens.
Nice.
Is there any doctrine we can spend?
Oh, good point. I need to do that for naval stuff.
We're full on our land doctrine and our air doctrine. And then we don't need a Spirit of the Academy, I'm pretty sure, because it's just dumb shit. Oh, I guess inventive leadership is fine. We can get that. The enemy is treacherous. Stay alert. Oh, enemy spy capture chance plus 75%. What the fuck?
Dude, do it.
That's crazy. Okay, yeah, yes, sir. And now's a good time to add field hospitals, logistics companies. Yeah, it'll be fine for our paratroopers. We are trading 398 aluminum from Hungary right now.
Well, and half of that is going to ballistic missile production.
That's really funny.
Well, as soon as the war kicks off, I mean, can you, like, I've got 400 ballistic missiles ready to go right now.
Jesus. Just send them all into the... Oh, you're going to send them to Denmark. I know for where you're sending them.
Well, I might send some of these actually. I'm open to suggestion. I was considering possibly Britain.
I mean, that's... I'd say Denmark first, and then once we secure them, Britain.
All right. God, Denmark is just gonna get fucking obliterated.
A storm of steel, if you would.
Just rockets, the combined Soviet, former Japanese, German, and Italian navies all showing up at one. The Bismarck, the Corzana, the Kronstadt, the Akagi.
A naval force the likes of which have never been seen. You got a spy ready to equip?
Ooh, good idea.
And we're at full command power too, so that's good. Let's see, what else would be a quick... You know, it might... Let's get barrier troops, because army organization regain is a pretty good stat. Alright, here they come. Oh, and if we can't push, there's a really simple solution to that problem. We just use nukes on the front line.
Dude, you know it.
That's my favorite way to use them. Just completely obliterate their army.
I've never managed to actually get one in a game before.
Oh
Like,
my god. Dude, it's one of the most fun parts about the late game. Unless you're talking about like the newer like way they handle it with raids.
I legitimately like just have not gotten to work with it because I get there and it's like, oh nope. Let's see, what do I want now?
Well, it's incredibly fun. Is in my communist China playthrough where I had to like conquer the whole world basically, I probably dropped somewhere between 200 and 300 nukes.
That's awesome.
It was the most casualties I've ever had in a playthrough, which it won't show here, but it was over 26 million people died in my playthrough on that one. It was just military.
Shit.
It was definitely crazy because the reason that I used so many nukes is because I opted not to build CAS at first. I was just like, I'll just use strat bombers and nukes, and that'll work.
No.
And not really. You kill a lot more people, but they still hold just fine. You have to build CAS.